We exist on a tiny, fragile island of life in a vast, silent cosmos, you know. Our civilization is a remarkable achievement. It is a complex web of technology, culture, cooperation that has been built over millennia. Yet this entire creation is more delicate than we often admit. It is vulnerable to shocks that could unravel everything we have built. Some of these threats come from nature. Others are dangers we have created ourselves. Understanding these risks is the first step towards securing our future. Stick with me till the end because the last one is the most likely to eventuate. These threats are not the stuff of science fiction. They are grounded in scientific evidence and sober analysis. Experts at organizations like NASA, the IPCC, and the World Economic Forum study these dangers every day. Knowledge gives us power to act, to prepare, and to build a more resilient world. The stakes could not be higher. The potential end of our shared human story. Our solar system is a busy place filled with rocky debris left over from its formation. Most of these asteroids and comets pose no threat to us. However, some have orbits that cross our own. A collision with a large enough object could have catastrophic consequences for life on our planet. An asteroid just 1 kilometer wide could release energy equivalent to thousands of the most powerful nuclear bombs. The blast would devastate a region, while dust and debris could block sunlight worldwide. Sunlight would be choked off for months or years, plunging the world into an impact winter and collapsing harvests. Food systems could unravel, triggering cascading failures and societal breakdown. Fortunately, we are actively working to prevent this with planetary defense and sky surveys. Missions like NASA's DART show we can nudge an asteroid's path. Yet many objects remain undiscovered, including those coming from hard-to-observe directions. Impacts are extremely rare, but vigilance, funding, and cooperation are our shield. Deep beneath the Earth's surface lies a power that dwarfs our own creations. In a few places, supervolcanoes form huge calderas rather than cone-shaped peaks. An eruption would eject thousands of cubic kilometers of ash and gas, an event on a planetary scale. Near the source, pyroclastic flows would bury everything in their path. A global veil of ash and sulfur would reflect sunlight, cooling the planet for years. Growing seasons would shrink, crops would fail, and supply chains would falter. Billions could struggle for dwindling resources. Geologists monitor supervolcanoes with seismic ground and gas data. Such cataclysms are incredibly rare on human timescales, yet they have happened before. It is a force of nature we must respect and continue to study. Like a major asteroid impact, low probability, immense consequence. Preparedness and resilient food systems are our safety net. Unlike asteroids or supervolcanoes, this threat is entirely of our own making. A full-scale nuclear war could reduce major cities to rubble in hours. Vast fires would loft soot, dim the sun, and trigger nuclear winter. Darkness and cold could last years, collapsing global agriculture. Deterrence has restrained use, mutually assured destruction, but it is not guaranteed. Miscalculation, technical error, or crisis escalation could spark catastrophe. Thousands of warheads remain launch-ready. Wider arsenals increase risk. History shows how close we have come. Diplomacy, de-escalation, and stronger arms control are crucial. Only the abolition of nuclear weapons removes this risk. Until then, we live under a shadow of our own creation. Resolve and verification keep the peace. Nature has always produced dangerous pathogens. Recent history shows their power. Modern biotechnology brings life-saving cures and the ability to engineer new pathogens. A designed virus could be more contagious, more lethal, and harder to treat. In our connected world, it could circle the globe within weeks. Healthcare would buckle, economies would stall, fear would tear at society. Tools are getting cheaper and know-how is spreading. Terror groups, rogue states, or accidents could trigger release. We need stronger global biosafety standards and verification. Invest in rapid detection, sequencing, AI-driven therapeutics, and fast vaccine platforms. Only layered defenses can meet an engineered pandemic. An engineered pandemic could be the ultimate biological weapon. We must build robust global defenses before it is ever used. Artificial intelligence is already woven into our lives: search, diagnostics, and more. The concern isn't red-eyed robots, it's misaligned goals. A superintelligent AI whose goals diverge from ours could pursue them with ruthless efficiency. A trivial goal, optimized, could consume the world. Self-improving systems could trigger an intelligence explosion, possibly in days. We may get only one chance to get the design right. An unaligned superintelligence might be uncontrollable. It would be like toddlers trying to control a super genius, the genie out of the bottle. Scientists are racing to formalize safety and alignment. Encoding compassion, happiness, and justice without loopholes is extraordinarily hard. Progress on safety must keep pace with capability. Our future may depend on solving alignment before deploying true superintelligence. Our civilization is not separate from nature. It is completely dependent on it. We rely on clean air, fresh water, fertile soil, and a stable climate. Pollination, coastal protection, and climate regulation keep us alive. Human activity is driving unprecedented biodiversity loss. We are dismantling the web of life, thread by thread. Ecosystems absorb damage until they suddenly collapse. Ocean fishery collapse could devastate food security for billions. From coral bleaching to Amazon fires, the evidence is here and listed among top long-term risks. Ecological decline is tightly linked to climate and resources. We must protect and restore ecosystems. Nature is not a luxury. It is our life support system. Stewardship and regeneration are essential. Our modern civilization is a marvel of interconnected systems. We depend on continuous electricity for water, health, and communication. The internet is our central nervous system for finance, logistics, and governance. A failure in one layer can cascade across many. Solar storms, cyber attacks, or physical sabotage could spark collapse. Just-in-time supply chains would fail within days. Severed cables could halt commerce and information flow. Our systems look stable until key supports are removed. Neglect and underinvestment also erode resilience. Resilience, redundancy, and local self-sufficiency are essential. We must plan for a world where the network isn't always there. Hardening critical nodes reduces systemic risk. Billions of stars, countless planets. So where is everybody? The lack of evidence for extraterrestrial intelligence is an eerie silence. One hypothesis: a great filter blocks most life from becoming interstellar. If the filter is behind us, we may be among the very first to reach this level. If the filter lies ahead, the silence is a warning. Perhaps it is nuclear weapons, unaligned AI, or unforeseen tech consequences. We do not know if the filter is real, but the thought experiment reframes our path. Progress may be a journey through a minefield requiring wisdom, not just intelligence. Survival depends on cultivating wisdom. Make long-term survival our highest priority. The quiet cosmos urges caution. Prudence with powerful tech may decide our fate. Of all risks, climate collapse has the strongest evidence, and it's happening now. Burning fossil fuels raises greenhouse gases that trap heat. This is not gentle warming. It is a system-wide disruption. Heat waves, droughts, and wildfires are intensifying. Rainfall extremes and powerful storms are growing more destructive. Sea level rise threatens cities worldwide. Crossing tipping points could lock in self-reinforcing change. Climate stress amplifies nearly every other risk. Food and water shortages and mass displacement could spark conflict. While others are possibilities, climate change is a certainty in motion. Severity is up to us. This is the defining challenge of our generation. Cut emissions, build resilience, and protect nature, now. We have journeyed through a landscape of profound and shocking risks. From asteroids and nuclear war to unaligned AI, the threats are real and varied. Our complex systems create new vulnerabilities. Our actions are unraveling the ecosystems that sustain us. The silence of the universe may be a warning, and climate collapse is already unfolding around us. But despair is not a strategy. The point is action. We have the science, engineering, and policy tools to reduce these risks. Build planetary defense, pursue disarmament, invest in AI safety, transform energy, and protect the biosphere. Securing humanity's future is a responsibility we all share. Let us choose to be good ancestors and write a flourishing chapter. Thanks for watching till this point. Comment, like, and subscribe so I can keep bringing you bigger and better content.